What is the nature of your thoughts in the first light of dawn? At that moment when the world begins to stir, do you find clarity or chaos, focus or confusion? The ancient Stoics believed that the dawn is not just the beginning of a new day, but a profound opportunity for renewal, a chance to observe the nature of our thoughts and shape our character with intentional solitude. As we immerse ourselves in the stillness of early morning, can we transform toxic thoughts and cultivate mastery over ourselves? Our story begins with a man named Atticus, living in a bustling modern city, surrounded by towering skyscrapers that seemed to touch the heavens. Every day, Atticus awoke to the cacophony of car horns and the perpetual hum of urban life that seeped through the crevices of his modest apartment. More often than not, he would open his eyes to a mind engulfed in worries about the trivial and the profound, from unfulfilled work projects to the uncertainty of the future. His thoughts were a noisy marketplace where anxious traders haggled endlessly over unfinished tasks and mounting expectations. Atticus had read of the ancient Stoics, wise men like Marcus Aurelius, who wrote of clarity and withstood the chaos of ruling an empire. Intrigued by their ideas, he wondered if within their wisdom lay the key to mastering the self, to quieting the internal commotion that greeted him each morning. Thus began Atticus's journey, guided by a simple yet daring question. Could embracing Stoic practices help him regain command of his own mind? He decided to design a morning routine inspired by these ancient sages, a practice that would not only clear the labyrinth of toxic thoughts, but build a resilient mind capable of thriving amidst life's uncertainties. On the surface, Atticus's endeavor was simple: wake with the first hint of dawn, before the city buzzed to full life, and dedicate those early hours to mindfulness and reflection. But the challenge was much deeper. It was a quest to reclaim sovereignty over his mind and spirit. The first morning, Atticus struggled to rise from his warm bed, feeling the weight of inertia tethering him to sleep. His mind resisted, conjuring hundreds of little excuses. The comforts of the familiar held him, whispering sweetly to remain in the world of dreams a while longer. But Atticus persisted, pulling himself from bed as if extracting a ship stuck in the muck, all simply to confront the world in its raw, unfiltered state. He began his day not with the blaring alarm of an electronic device, but with the gentle awareness of being alive, breathing in the stillness, letting his thoughts surface in the quietude of the early hour without judgment. Atticus realized that this solitude, this opportunity to be alone with oneself before engaging with the world, was sacred, a garden ripe for planting the seeds of intentional thought. As he sat with his journal at the kitchen table, its varnished surface cool against his skin, Atticus embraced the Stoic practice of morning reflection. "What can I accomplish today?" he pondered, his pen poised over the parchment. "What thoughts will I permit residence in the hallways of my mind?" Atticus traced his intentions in ink, aware that writing calmed the chaos, curating a museum of reason and virtue from the tangled gallery of his mind. In 10 minutes, he inscribed thoughts not as tasks, but as aspirations towards virtue, little compasses guiding him toward the foundations of courage, discipline, justice, and wisdom. With each passing dawn, the practice became a ritual, and the ritual became a refuge. He moved next to the deliberate embrace of discomfort, taking a page from the book of mariner Stoics who knew well of steering through storms. The cold shower became Atticus's voluntary hardship, a brisk reminder of life's unpredictable nature, cultivating endurance for whatever the day might bring. At first, the icy water was a visceral shock to his senses, his skin tingling with pinpricks of protest. Yet, as he persevered, Atticus found a curious enjoyment in the ritual. An affirmation of his ability to embrace adversity with grace reminded him of Marcus Aurelius's reflection that what stands in the way becomes the way. The mornings, which once began with chaos, now unfolded with a careful choreography, reflection, intention, exposure to discomfort, and solitude. By the time the city awakened around him, Atticus was fortified, ready to greet the noise and demands not as intrusions, but as partners in his journey. Toxic thoughts, while persistent, no longer dictated his narrative. Through this practice, Atticus had sculpted himself, not perfect, but more resilient, more centered. A turning point arose one late autumn morning when Atticus found himself amidst the golden canopy of a park, the leaves carpeted around him, whispering secrets of change and renewal. He paused to watch the breath of the wind carry a lone leaf from its branch, swirling gently to the ground. In that simple moment, Atticus realized the profound truth the Stoics often spoke of: nature's acceptance of change without resistance. Just as the tree relinquishes its leaves to the cycle of seasons, so too must he release the thoughts that do not serve his growth. That revelation cascaded over him like the dawn's first light, a gentle illumination that thoughts are like these leaves, transient and impermanent. He could not control their arrival, but he could choose which to nourish and which to let go. The only true mastery was mastery of the self, of the response, of the act of letting go with grace. Atticus embraced this perspective with each step, drawing parallels between nature's patterns and the workings of his mind. Morning after morning, as he committed to this routine, he slowly knitted together the fabric of a disciplined life. Not one of harsh rigidity, but a life resonant with awareness and intentional action. A life wherein toxic thoughts no longer found fertile soil. In closing, Atticus reflects upon the teachings he has gathered along this journey. The morning is no longer a battlefield, but a sanctuary where he communes with himself and the wisdom of those who came before. The Stoic counsel heeded is that of Marcus Aurelius, who reminds us that our life is what our thoughts make it. To accept this truth is to inherit the freedom to guide those thoughts toward virtue and resilience. As we ponder Atticus's journey, we are reminded of our own mornings, of our own thoughts that shape the narrative of our days. Can you, too, embrace the dawn as a sculptor's canvas, unleashing the chisel of your mind to carve out the chaos and uncover the calm beneath? In the end, the lesson is clear. To clear your mind of toxic thoughts is not to eliminate them, but to master the self through wisdom, endurance, and the embrace of nature's lessons. Our journey, like Atticus's, is ongoing, a testament to the enduring power of Stoic philosophy in helping us live a life marked by clarity, virtue, and unyielding self-mastery.